Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to some breaking news that is absolutely huge. This really is going to change a lot. There's been brand new positions created for Raw and SmackDown. These aren't commissioners, they're not GMs. These are more backstage roles, but basically it is the head of Raw and the head of SmackDown. These are the top guys, the top of the tree. The only person that these two people have to answer to is Vince McMahon. Not Steph, not Shane, not Triple H. They only answer to Vince. So these two positions that have just been created, absolutely huge. The person that is going to be in charge of Raw is going to be Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman in charge of Raw. I mean, I didn't expect that. I love it, and we'll get back to why I love it in a second. But the person that's in charge of SmackDown Live, Eric Bischoff. Now, I appreciate there's going to be people watching that maybe don't know who Eric Bischoff is because we haven't seen him on WWE TV for a while. But he was the man that was in charge of WCW back in the 1990s. He went head to head with Vince McMahon, the Monday Night Wars, the Attitude Era, all of that good stuff. Well, he actually beat Vince 83 weeks in a row. His show, Nitro, was higher rated than Monday Night Raw for 83 weeks. That's like a year and a half. So, yeah, he did a great job in the 90s. He's not really done a great deal since. We have seen him in WWE kind of on and off. But this is huge. This is absolutely huge position to put him into. It obviously opens up a few questions. And this video is my kind of initial thoughts and reactions to it. First of all, Paul Heyman, absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. It's perfect for him. It's beyond perfect for him. He was actually doing a role very similar going back, like during the Ruthless Aggression era. He was in charge of SmackDown, and SmackDown was on fire. It was like so good. In fact, I would say the best SmackDown has ever been is when Paul Heyman was in charge of it. The storylines were very interesting, and they actually played out, and everything just kind of worked. It flowed, and just everything that's missing right now, it was there when Paul Heyman was in charge. So Paul Heyman being in charge of Raw really means now that I think we're going to see that show just go through the roof. I think Raw is going to be incredible moving forward. The only downside is he has to answer to Vince. So Vince will have the final sign-off. And I think Vince is going to want to tweak and change and still have his say and put his little, opinions in. And that could ruin things. I mean, honestly, I think that's where it's been getting ruined anyway, is the fact that Vince has been tweaking and changing, and there's lots of reports of scripts being changed like 5 minutes before Raw actually even airs. I mean, could you imagine that, changing a script to a TV show 5 minutes before it's about to go live? And that's what Vince does. He mixes it around, changes it around. Obviously, some things are forced on him where people get injured or, walk away like Sasha Banks. But this is only good news. Paul Heyman being in that position is only good news. Eric Bischoff, I'm not so sure. Because I feel like he did a good job in the 90s, but it's well documented that he made mistakes as well. He gave the talent too much say. And as a result, they were refusing to do certain matches. They were refusing to lose matches. And ultimately, the company collapsed. Now, I'm not saying that's what's going to happen to SmackDown. Obviously, SmackDown's moving to Fox, and it seems to have a bright future if they can turn it around. I think this is more of a statement, to tell the truth. I think putting Eric Bischoff there is more of a statement that change is coming, rather than it actually affecting too many things. I don't see Eric Bischoff having the same impact as Paul Heyman will. The one thing that really guts me, where's Triple H? Why is Triple H not in charge of one of these shows? Why is it that they answer to Vince? I don't really mind about Shane. He's got like a bit of an on-screen character. If he wants to do that, that's fine. And Steph, I think she does a lot more kind of away from creative. I don't think she's ever really been involved in creative. She's kind of in the office. She does a lot of charity work, things along those lines. I don't really have an issue with Shane and Steph not being involved, but I think we're all screaming and clamoring for Triple H. We're desperate. We know what Triple H can do. We've all seen the NXT product. It's on absolute fire. Triple H should be in charge of SmackDown. Eric Bischoff can have NXT. That's the way that I would have done it. So I think Paul Heyman's a great appointment. Eric Bischoff, I'm not sure is going to have the impact, and we're all worried about Triple H. But we'll have to see. This is big changes. This means it's going to take a little while, right? I don't think next week, bang, everything's going to be different. I think that's too soon. I mean, at the time of recording this, it's Thursday. They've got a weekend. You might see a few changes coming in. They're probably going to want to get Extreme Rules out the way. I would think you're going to start to see real change coming in after Extreme Rules. And honestly, I hope one of the first things they get rid of is this 2 out of 3 falls, matches not continuing during ad breaks. Kind of, it's rubbish. It's rubbish. I really, really don't like it. I want that gone. I want single stars in tag matches gone. I want more character development. I think what they did with the Funhouse is fantastic. Let's do something like that for Sasha Banks. Let's do something like that for Mojo Rawley. Let's kind of, invest a bit of time into these people. Why not go back into the history of wrestling as well? We never see anything or any segments that talk about, some of the stars that have been in the past. Be a great way to sell the network. So I just really feel like the storylines can improve, the character development can improve, the structure of the show can improve. They can dip into their history a little bit more. They can try some more adventurous storylines. I mean, look at the 24/7 championship. That's quite an adventurous storyline because anything can happen at any time. And it has been a massive success. I don't think anyone could have actually predicted how epically successful this has been. Like, YouTube videos getting millions and millions and millions of views. They are the most highest viewed segments on the show. People love what R-Truth's doing. Like, Twitter's on fire, and it's incredible. It is incredible. They need more like that. That is a great starting point. Will give us more things like that, a little bit out of the box. Things that bring in Twitter, bring in social media, because that's where people are now. People are on Twitter, they're on Instagram, they're on YouTube. So use those platforms. You don't have to just worry about the 2 hours you've got or the 3 hours you've got. Yes, give us the matches there, give us the big highlights there, but you can use all the other platforms to still tell your stories. I mean, honestly, if Will Ospreay was in WWE, everyone would want to see that match against Seth now because of what's been happening online. Like, Will Ospreay versus Seth Rollins, that would be a mega match now. People really would want to see that because we know there's real heat there. We've seen the tweets. So this is what I'm saying. Use all of those different social media platforms. So yeah, look, it's positive. Let's not be down on it. It's absolutely positive. Paul Heyman in charge of Raw, fantastic. Eric Bischoff in charge of SmackDown. If it brings change, I'm all for it. I just wish we had Triple H in there. What I do like about Bischoff, though, he's been very vocal about controversy creates cash. That's his motto. If you're controversial, then you are going to generate money. So we might be seeing a few controversial things coming to SmackDown. Not sure how Fox will feel about that, but let's see where it all leads. Yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like the news, then drop a like on the video. Let us know, are you excited for the future? What do you think is on the way? Let me know in the comments below. And hopefully, I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.